So I wanted to share with you an activity that I have been using a lot with clients and with myself that I've had some great success with. And I've posted about it once on Instagram, but I've never truly explained it. So I wanted to, for everybody on my email list, give a full explanation. So I use a passive strategy. I named this the sucker punch because it almost feels as if somebody's punching you in the stomach and you kind of bear down, and then it creates this expansion in the backside. But truly, the goal with this exercise is to create a lot of posterior expansion. And when we do that on one side, it can help to orient our spine towards that direction. So if I get posterior expansion on the left, it will help to turn my spine to the left. Now, you do have to know some tests and understand what position your pelvis and thorax are in, and that's a little bit more than I can go into in this video. However, if you have a lower rib flare and it's more flared on one side than the other, more than likely your spine will be turning towards the opposite side. And you can use this on both sides if you have a bilateral rib flare and really struggle to get expansion posteriorly and tend to compensate by dropping your pump handle or your chest wall. Or conversely, your chest wall is down because maybe you're at a desk all day, and so your strategy in order to stand up straight is to flare those ribs to get yourself back up tall. So what we really need to do is create that posterior expansion. And the great thing about this activity is when you are breathing here, it's also going to give some expansion up top because there's nowhere else for the pressure to go. So we can fill the top and the back of those lungs. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to place the block. I'm going to start on my left side, but you can do this on both. And I'm going to lean over the block so it's right, pushing my lower ribs back. I'm going to hold my left arm in a supinated position so it's closing off my front side slightly. And then I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to extend it out straight, and my right arm, and I'm going to extend that out straight. I'm going to hold this position and take an inhale through my nose. And I'll feel a lot of pressure pushing backwards on that left side. I'm going to take a long sighing exhale, keeping my chin up. Find those deep abdominals, and once I get them turned on, I'm going to slowly let them release as I inhale. Feel the pressure pushing back into my shoulder blade. Exhale, all the air out. I can also take this right hip and turn it down towards the ground. So I'm feeling also some lateral expansion on this right side. So you can start with about 5 breaths, take a break, do 5 sets of that, or you can go back and forth between sides if you know that both sides tend to have a significant rib flare, and you can just work on getting that overall mobility. It's going to increase shoulder mobility, it's going to increase thoracic rotation and mobility, and it's going to allow for you to stand with a really great upright posture that is allowing you to stand at ease. And I think that's the thing with all these drills is we sort of want to create change so that standing and walking and moving are just not so challenging. So I really hope this was helpful. If there's anything you'd like information on within the newsletter or at any time, please don't hesitate to reach out and send me all your questions.